That's right, Ish Forever Man, and that's a man that's reinvented himself a million times, but here we are again. It's TrendingSA on SABC3, and you know where to catch us on the socials. Time right now to get into a very interesting part of our show. Yes, it is a Throwback Thursday, and it's time for us right now to hear who Pearl has for us today.
Well, our legendary guest tonight is a veteran pop star. She found fame, or better yet, fame found her in the late 80s when she took South Africa by storm with her hit track, Hayashi Samadeki. Hayashi Samadeki. This is not my song.
That's right.
I think she sings it better.
I think so too.
She does, right? Having been a part of the music industry for over 30 years, she continues to shine her light, helping others gain knowledge on their rights about the industry. Please put your hands together for the Queen of Pantsula, Mercy Pakela.
Yeah.
Hello, yes. Hello, ngiyafika apha Thixobawo. Kunini ngifuna ukuza apha? Kunini sikufuna ngifuna ukutrenda. Yehova. Kunini sikufuna? Cool. Nqanqa. Alala.
Did you see that leg?
Yo, it was here, guys.
Right there.
Forever young.
But the journey started back when you were 16.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
You were 16, you decided, it's okay, I'm going to hitchhike. I'm in Port Elizabeth.
Yes.
I'm going to Johannesburg.
From Port Elizabeth, I went through King Williamstown to my grandfather. Because I had to say, Tatumkulu, ndicela intsikelelo. Ndikwazi kuyofika kula Gauteng kakuhle. Hitchhike mntaka mama ndikhwela. Ngoba safe ndisakaya. Ndafika. Utatomkhulu ngoba wandinika blessings. Wathi go and write your mind.
Yes. Was that the plan when you got here?
Yes. I wanted to write and sing.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And utatomkhulu wanted, you must go do law, and you did law my foot. True to yourself, Nasaka.
Right.
Right, so I want to talk about what happens. So over the years, you get to Johannesburg, music happens, it continues. But then you pick up this nickname, not this Queen of Pantsula one.
Yes.
Tonki Tonki.
Utonki. You know what that name came from? It came from Kansas City, Kansas.
Legendary.
Kansas wethu lo tetelona wayidlala music wethu. Thixo wami yabona, each and every song that I had was made by that man. No, Malindi Kantuli.
Okay.
Baby got 16 years.
Okay.
And she was 40 or 50, 60 something or 70 something by then, but she was still called Malindi Kantuli 15 years.
Wow.
1985, big year for you.
Yeah.
Debut album, you know, you took out music like Ndizogulinda. And of course, Hayashi Samadeki was the biggest one that blew you up. Tell me about making that particular album, what that experience was like for you.
You know what? In fact, that song I never even liked it.
Wow.
Hayashi Samadeki. What? Yes, when I took it back, I don't know how many times to the studio to say, guys, please, man, I don't like this rhythm. And you know, it's the rhythm that took the world by storm.
Yes.
Not even South Africa only. It was all over the world. You know, it became a hit all over the world. I mean, black Americans, when they come here, they ask for Hayashi Samadeki, and I say, please, man, I've got other songs, better songs than that one. You know, like I Will Hold On was my favorite song.
Yeah.
You know, and Mama Ndialila and all other songs. But Hayashi Samadeki just stood up and I said, but anyway, you know what I did?
You're going to follow through. You know what I want to know? As a musician, there's so much pressure after making a really big song to make another big song. What was your journey like after this album with your music?
Musically, you know, I've never stopped recording.
Wow.
You won't believe. I've never stopped recording. I would record and keep the music in my, you know, in some place somewhere.
Archives.
In my
Secret
own archives. But anyway, I've even worked with Johnny Clegg. I mean, I've got a beautiful song with Johnny Clegg. It's called Truth and Reconciliation. It's something very hard for me, because our industry is not regulated. You know, everybody gets into the music industry and he makes his money, makes his way and get away with it. You know, so, yeah. It was not easy, but I've always had something.
Yeah.
Every year, I've never had a year without a music recorded.
Talking about it not being easy, I think that was like during the 90s for you, where things were just not going well. But luckily, you had the late Brenda Fassie, you had Babchiko Twala as well, and this was due to royalties. We're going to dispute around the issue of royalties. What exactly was happening?
Actually, it was not even those guys. It was Mike Fuller, the record company that I worked with, my first record company that I worked with, because you know, I was brought up by elderly people like Bomamu Margaret Mtsingana, you know, so they taught me the game. You know, so I understood the politics of the industry, and I had to stand up for myself. Because, I mean, when I signed, I was young, and I signed 3 years and 2 year, you know, option. And then when I discovered that, hey, my royalties, I'm not paid for royalties. I didn't even know where Sambro was. And I didn't pay, I didn't know where Sambro was. And on the other hand, that 3 years option, when I wanted, they said on the option, when I sell more than 30,000 copies, I'm going. The percentage is going to escalate. It does not escalate. I'm still getting that 3%, and I'm getting 250 per show, and the stadium is like this. So I wanted those things to change, and it was not easy because I am a woman first, and young, and speaking for herself. Hey, they made sure that they closed the channels. But anyway, I mean, you cannot mow down a person that
No, Mdasakai, you cannot. And the other great thing is Mdasakai, we have abantu because wenza abantu who are not getting royalties. What is it called?
Imbokoto in music. My fellow musicians, the women in my era, who are sidelined now by the industry. And those people have got beautiful music. I mean, when you talk of Patricia Machalisa, Kulma ngabo Mercy Pakela, you know, Kulma, okay, let alone even Chaka Chaka, they're still making it even in whatever, in Germany, in America.
Everywhere.
So spicy.
So I want to ask you something.
So I work with those ladies. We have our own structure. We have our own structure. But what we want to do is to share our experiences with the young ones. You know, we're so divided, and all we want to do is to bridge the gaps.
Nice.
You know, there's so much gap, we want to bridge it. You know, so that's the move that I'm in. But most part of it, I'm performing with Fifi Cooper.
Yes.
On the 8th this month, and this is just my child, and I want to see
You do, there's something.
No, we are both mosquitoes.
So you speak of Fifi Cooper, right? Fifi Cooper is a young woman in the industry. And you've got legend status. You are known, people know about you. But in the story that you've just told us, we hear of many ups, but many downs as well. And a lot of these have got to do with finances and the problems that come with finances. So to a Fifi Cooper or any young artist that is watching right now or thinking of even going into the industry or is going to get the story told to them at some point in time, what advice do you have for them to navigate the situation?
You know, what I want them to do is to look at the heritage. You know, when you talk of the works that we've archived, I'm sorry, SABC, some of the work, SABC has archived it. I don't have it at home. You know, the record companies, they've archived the works. I don't have that work at home. And I don't own the rights of that work. I mean, if you talk of heritage, and you're telling me about a legacy, what legacy are you talking about? You know? So I want them to consider those things. To own the copyright. You know, to own their works. You know, because, I mean, when you talk of intellectual property, good people, I've learned now. I've learned. I'm not educated, I'm well learned, because I've learned from those who were there before me. So let us inquire, let us find out from those who were there before us and build. This is a business. This is a business. It is a business to all of us. You know, creative arts fraternity, it is a business to us.
Lala?
as a whole.
Ibhizinisi msekhaya uthetha lento kayithathu. Walela awards. Walela awards ndisabuza umbuzo. Kuthiwa wena Momonoz ulanduza usisi wayebhizi ecula and then wabiza ichomi yakhe ulanduza usibongile ba azocula naye ostagini uYvonne Chaka wayecula wabuza usibongile azomjoina. Kuthiwa wena watakala na ngathi intakumba waya estagini. Tell me about that incident. It was the first time
wandibiza son wandibiza wenza imistake ngokundibiza ngoba umbiza unika me stage ndesithatha kaloku I take over the show mna you call me on stage I take over your show and it becomes mine fika ndababethe ligeta abathithu xonto bamile nengoma dad nanku Yesu nanku
how do you
maintain show sale yabamnandi ya trenda
we maintain njani this like free spirit yakho and this amazing body?
Hey, it's a God-given gift, I cannot say. And the only thing that I do, jiva, I go out and dance and get into these places and have fun with them.
Yes, and we want to have fun with you. You released Ayashi Samateki. Now I'm going to take you away to bring those tackies in. Here we go. So while we wear these, Ngizwabati, you are staging a huge comeback.
Yes.
That we should be looking forward to. Yes. Tell us more, tell us more.
Listen, I'm performing Kaloku Kumshito conference.
Stunning.
On the 8th this month.
Stunning, brilliant, brilliant.
This month,
September.
September. 8, a new town.
Nice.
I've been performing of Fifi Cooper. Did you go to Column Shoza? Did you call a boga Lavandwana? And then rock 24 hours. You must come, girls.
No, of course.
And people must come. You must come and watch me coming back.
Yes.
I don't know, come back deep. South Africa.
Well, we are wearing our tackies.
Yeah, I've got the tackies on. Whilst doing our thing to Ayashi Samateki. Oh wow! All right. How do you do that? Go down.